It's time for the 1430 Connection on 1430 WNAV and 99.9 FM, spotlighting news, newsmakers, and important community issues. Now, with this week's edition of the 1430 Connection, here's WNAV news anchor Donna Cole.
Welcome to the 1430 Connection. I'm Donna Cole. In the studio with me today is Kelly Brown. She's the president of our SPCA. Welcome back to the 1430 Connection, Kelly.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
I just love when you guys come here because, my listeners know, I love animals, and you do too. All right, so I was looking over your website, and I happened onto the history, and I had no idea some of the history, and it's actually very cool. Started in 1920 to deal with the stray dogs that were overwhelming Eastport at the time. The first shelter opened in 1947. From 1936 to 1966, a fleet of up to 6 ambulances that were dispatched throughout the county to retrieve injured animals.
Yeah. Yes, they actually used to go out into the city and the county and pick up these animals. And it's great. It's funny, someone came to my office about 2 months ago and they had a picture of one of those old ambulances parked in downtown Annapolis. And they gave me this picture. I was like, oh, how wonderful is this? But we actually were out and about picking up these dogs and cats.
How cool is that?
It's so great.
I get it. Running a nonprofit it's hard, and there's only so much budget for everything. But how cool would it be you could just pick up a phone, call somebody, and a doggy ambulance comes to pick.
It would just be fabulous. We need one of those. So all the donors that are listening, that is our next venture. Because of you, we're going to do that. You ask and we'll receive, right?
Exactly. So I saw you recently, but the last time I saw you before that, it was the first year of the Lights on the Bay for you all, and that was back in December. Mm-hmm. How did that go?
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. The community supported us so wonderfully. I just cannot thank everybody enough. It was our first year, and obviously we had lights and leashes in the past, so we knew a lot about the event, but that was only for one night. This was 6 weeks, 7 days a week. It was just great. Our volunteers were so supportive. We had people setting up, taking down, working the gate every single night from 5 until 10 at night, and we just got the support we needed, and the community embraced the event, and we had, over 18,000 cars come through.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And that's a fair amount of funds to help the animals.
Absolutely, yes.
And will this be ongoing? Does this belong to you now? So the hospital said, you guys take it over.
Yes, and we thank Anne Arundel Medical Center for that. I mean, we all just grew up going to this wonderful event every year, and for it to now be the SPCA event is just, it was needed by us being a nonprofit. Any event, usually our Walk for the Animals was our biggest event. We're hoping that now this is going to become one of our bigger events. So
it's so cool. Yeah. And how do you gear up for that?
Yeah, well, that was what was interesting. It was a learning year, and we did really well. But we realized we do need all the volunteers that we depend on. They were showing up at all hours, and in early mornings we were unloading the trailers. There was about 4 big, huge tractor trailers that came in with the lights on it, and all of us were in there pulling them off there and setting them up, and we were all part of the setup, the light bulb changing. And there is a company that comes in and helps, obviously, but the support system was based on the SPCA volunteers, and even volunteers in the community came out. There were some high schools that participated, so it was really great.
So there is a method to the madness about me asking this now in April. I would guess in advance you need to start planning in the.
We are. We're already planning.
Okay, so it's not too early for volunteers to say.
It is not too early for people to reach out. It's not too early for sponsors to reach out and say they'd love to sponsor this event. Obviously, that's a really important part of this. What that allows is they can either get their names in lights or their logo in lights. We have these huge banners that we spot, so they could put their logo on that. However they would like to participate, whether it's with their time or financially, we obviously welcome all of that.
It's such a cool event, and full disclosure, WNAV is a sponsor and is a sponsor of another event coming up that we'll discuss. But for those that have not been to Lights on the Bay, do you want to explain it, Kelly?
Oh, yes. It's 2 miles of a light show, exactly that. And you enter the gate, and it's at Sandy Point State Park. And it's fabulous. And every year we add something new. Obviously, last year was the year of the kitties and the dogs and fun stuff. And we plan on adding even more things this year. We have obviously more time to get prepared for it. So each year there's changes.
All right. So we're going to talk about some other events coming up here in a moment. This is Donna Cole on the 1430 Connection. We will be right back. Welcome back to the 1430 Connection. This is Donna Cole. I'm in the studio with Kelly Brown. She's the president of the SPCA. Let's talk about some of the accomplishments that happened during 2017. Animals brought into the SPCA: 1,119 cats, 57 small animals, and 798 dogs. That's a lot of cats.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Speaking of cats, for all of April, you were able to double the love and adopt bonded pairs of cats for just $45. All cats are vaccinated, spayed, neutered, and microchipped. That's a heck of a deal. And the reason for adopting bonded pairs of cats are these are cats that have grown up together, that know one another, that depend on one another, and they have the same thing. That offer isn't available for dogs. But if there are dogs that are bonded, please adopt too. It makes all the difference. 1,811 animals adopted into loving homes during 2017. Thank you, Kelly, for doing what you do.
Absolutely. We love what we do.
One of the ways you can help the SPCA is through volunteering, through direct donations, but it's also through attending their events. And we just talked about Lights on the Bay. But coming up on May 6th is one of their big events of the year, Kelly.
Yes, it's our Walk for the Animals. It is one of our biggest events, and it has been for many years. And we're just really excited. It's a community event, and the good thing is that it's free to the public, so you can just come. You can pledge, which would be great, and you get a T-shirt for $30. But otherwise, you can come and just walk around. It's a great family day, with or without your dog. It's fun to see all the different breeds walking around, and we have a vendor village, which is filled with a lot of animal-related vendors.
I have gone almost every year, and it truly is fun.
Yeah.
It's a 27th annual. You've been doing this for quite a long time.
Yes.
There is a run portion of it.
Yes. This year is a fun run.
Okay, which means?
Well, in the 5K in the past means it's a timed run. This year it's a fun run, so you can time yourself if you'd like, and obviously there's the distance involved and things like that. But otherwise, it's just more fun. No pressure.
That's cool. It's my type
right.
of run. And that's at 7:30 a.m. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. the walk is going on. You just come, walk. Hopefully you'll get some pledges from people that want to help support the SPCA. There is also a car show.
Yeah, there's a car show, and that's down at the Holly Pavilion area. So much fun. Last year they had so many exotic different cars that were there. Al Pasori is one of the gentlemen that helps to do that car show for us, and he has been. And it's even if you come just to walk through those cars, amazing.
Classic Corvettes, classic Mustangs,
everything.
All the stuff we old people grew up with. Really cool old cars, older
fun
cars.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's your opportunity to see cars you may never see.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Food also. Do you have food trucks?
Yeah, we have our food trucks, which is always great. And that always has been a good big hit. We didn't have those for many years. And the past 6 years we've been having the food trucks, and it's a great hit.
It is, absolutely. And my favorite, the canine demo.
Oh my gosh, yes. And that is really something to see. We've been doing that for many years. That's going to take place at 11 o'clock. And
shout out for who's doing that? It's Anne
Arundel County. Yes.
Okay, Anne Arundel County Police Department and their four-legged officers. And they'll show how they sniff out what they're supposed to sniff out, how they go after the bad guys and gals. It's really cool. I love it. Again, that's on May 6th. It's at Quiet Waters Park here in Annapolis. If you've never been to Quiet Waters, that's worth a trip.
It's beautiful. Hopefully we'll have the good weather this year, and Mother Nature will be on our side.
Let's hear some shout outs for some of your sponsors.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Our top sponsors this year so far is Maryland Live, Grouse Market, and Spoiled Rotten Dogs, and then also Annapolis Cars. So we thank all of them. We thank all of our sponsors. We have quite a few sponsors this year at all different levels. A lot of them are vets, veterinarians, which allow us to continue doing what we're doing. We depend greatly on their in-kind services and their sponsorships, because we have a clinic at our SPCA, but obviously it's limited, mostly to spay neuter. So whenever it's extraordinary medical care, we do lean on the vets in our community, and they're there for us.
And you're using most of all of the vets around town?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. They're there for the SPCA animals, and they really know our needs, and they support us greatly.
Actually, one thing I did note on the website for the Walk for the Animals, if you normally use a retractable leash, consider not using a retractable leash, which I loved that note was on there because...
Yes, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So we ask everybody to please make sure they don't bring, their animals on a retractable leash.
I wish people would just stop using them
Yeah.
altogether. And also, for those that don't know, yellow ribbon around a dog's collar or leash does indicate that the dog isn't necessarily approachable, so please be aware of that.
Yes, just like people.
People, yes.
You just never know.
Yeah, that would be nice if some of our people, humans,
Well, no,
would wear the
well, that too. But just like people, you just don't know people, dogs' personalities.
No, and I do have a dog that has a yellow ribbon around it, and it's not because he's aggressive by nature. It's because he's scared of everything, which does sometimes come out as, hey, leave me alone, with a snip attached to it.
Yes, and I encourage people to be careful about that, because even if your dog is friendly and they run up to a dog that may not be friendly, it's not always a good thing. So
we're going to take another short break. When we come back, more about the Walk for the Animals and what lies ahead into the summer for the SPCA. This is Donna Cole on the 1430 Connection. We will be right back. Welcome back to the 1430 Connection. I'm in the studio with Kelly Brown, the president of the SPCA, and thank you to Kelly and all of her people, volunteers and staff members that do what they do to help the animals of Anne Arundel County. Kelly, you have some events coming up.
Well, every third Saturday of the month, we have a vaccine clinic. So it's an affordable vaccine clinic. We encourage people to come out. It's from 9 to 11 at the SPCA at 1815 Bay Ridge Avenue.
Perfect. There is something else, actually, that I wanted to make sure I mentioned, because I am a veteran. Pets for Patriots. SPCA is a Pets for Patriots shelter. Pets for Patriots offers a number of benefits beyond the adoption special, that's the waived fee for eligible pets. It includes, after adopting, the veterinarian partners offer a minimum ongoing 10% fee discount for pets adopted through the program. There's also a one-time $150 contribution via e-gift card to a major pet retailer upon eligible pet adoptions. This is for veteran applicants. They're required to live within 40 miles of an existing Pets for Patriots shelter or rescue partner, and within 15 driving miles of a Pets for Patriots veterinary partner. And that's really cool that you all do that. So thank you as a veteran. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Beyond that, we also have a July event coming up.
We do. We have our Dog Days of Summer cruise, and that is, we partner up with Watermark Cruises. They're so kind to do this for us, and that's going to happen on July 19th from 6 to 7:30. Dogs are free, adults are $30, and children are $15.
So I'm guessing dogs do not get seasick?
As far as so far they haven't, which is a really good thing.
That's good
But
news.
we leave right from City Dock, and it's great. We have Growls that sponsors our food, and obviously they have their bar open, which is always a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I have not been on that, but that would be cool to go to. And then the other thing that I have been to many times that I absolutely love is the Puppy Plunge.
Yes, that's going to be on August 19th. It takes place at Camp Letts in Edgewater. It's just a fun day for the family and everyone. We have our dog bikini parade, which is always a big hit, and lots of dogs are part of that. We have our pie eating contest. We also have the food trucks. Last year we had our tiki bar, which went over really
Pie
great.
and eating contest is for humans.
No, for dogs. Oh, for
Okay.
dogs.
All right.
Yes. And we have the big dogs and the small dogs, so it's a fair competition there. And then the two beaches that we have, Muscle Beach and Petite Beach. So when the dogs go plunge, they're
Stand
separated.
back.
Yes, exactly.
And the bikini contest, is that for male and female dogs?
Actually, it's a bikini parade.
Bikini
We took the
parade. That's
contest
right.
part.
Okay, that's
Oh,
right.
So
the
that
bikini
way
parade.
everybody's a winner.
I love it. Okay, but
It's
male and female
It's male and
dogs.
female, and it's great. The participants are usually dressed up really great. They have sunglasses on, bikinis, and Hawaiian shirts, and all kinds of fun things.
It is a lot of fun. And again, there's vendors there, there's giveaways, there's great food. Yeah, and beyond that, that takes us back to Lights on the Bay, which again, it's not too early to call the SPCA or email them and say, hey, I want to help. Foster program. Speaking of wanting to help.
Our foster program is huge. Last year we had over 500 animals in our foster program. Being a non-kill shelter, we truly depend on our fosters because obviously some of these animals that are coming in need to be socialized, they're recovering from medical issues, or they're requiring surgery of some sort, and then they need to recover in a home environment instead of a shelter environment. So we truly need fosters, anyone that's interested in fostering. And of course, now we're entering kitten season. So we have hundreds of kittens coming our way.
All of this information is on the website. The website is aacspca.org. That's all the events you will find there that we've talked about, the accomplishments, which are just so many, and it's incredible. Help foster, help the SPCA any way you can, including just by attending some of these fun events. All again, it's on aacspca.org. Kelly, what did I miss?
I think you covered everything. We just wanted to thank all our supporters, our dedicated and committed staff, and our hundreds of volunteers that allow us to do what we do every day for these animals.
Thank you again for doing that and for being here.
Thank you.
This is Donna Cole on the 1430 Connection. We will see you next week.